I wish I could make reaction videos, but I was born in 1956. I've heard all these songs. What could I possibly react to?
Hey whippersnappers, Brian here to Boomer Reacts. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, thanks for checking me out. I listen to rap and hip hop songs using lyric videos, and then I'll let you know what I thought about them. Today, you can tell by the thumbnail, I'm doing Ebonics by Big L. It was a poll winner. It's been on my list for a long time, and the people who have been requesting it have seen me struggling with, slang and lingo on some of the lyrics, and they're like, you have to react to Ebonics. It teaches you slang. I don't know how much it's going to teach me, but it sounds fun. I've heard the term Ebonics for decades. I think I was fresh out of high school when I was hearing it. I don't know when the term Ebonics was coined, but totally in the late 70s I had heard of it. I don't think at the time though that I understood that it was a language that had been studied. I thought it was a joke. I thought someone was being mean about, how African Americans talked, and they called it Ebonics. That's what I thought for the longest time, until I came to the realization that no, this has been studied, and this was a name given to the language. I'm going to read a little about Ebonics, not the language, the song, and then we'll get into the reaction. So I've reacted to two Big L songs, Street Struck and Put It On, and those were both from the first album. And then I recently reacted to Day One by Digging in the Crates, which Big L had a famous verse on. And Ebonics is from the second album called The Big Picture. And it was slated to be released in 1999, but the date was pushed back to August of 2000. The album was incomplete at the time of Big L's death, and was posthumously completed by his manager and partner in Flamboyant Entertainment, Rich King. The singles that were released from The Big Picture were Ebonics, Holding It Down, and Flamboyant. Ebonics was produced by Ron Browse and written by Big L and Ron Browse. Ron Browse says, quote, "I knew about Big L from just being in Harlem. He was one of the artists from Harlem who had deals. You could probably count on one hand, maybe two hands, how many artists from Harlem had deals and stuff like that, and Big L was one of them. So I was kind of familiar with his work. One day me and my homie were just hanging out and Big L walked by, so we approached him like, yo, I got some beats." That easy, huh? He came upstairs. The first beat he heard was Ebonics. He laid it down on cassette in the house, and then we went to D&D Studios the next week and recorded the official single, Ebonics, unquote. Imagine if Ron didn't have the guts to walk up to Big L and say, yo, I got some beats. Ebonics never would have happened. Ebonics was the last recording to be released during Big L's lifetime. Really? What's this timeline? Let me see. Ebonics the single was released in October of '98. Okay, and Big L was murdered February of '99. So he was alive, what, 5 months after Ebonics was released? Okay, so it was the last recording. So I guess Ebonics was like a promotional single in advance of the Big Picture, which was going to be released in '99, and then Big L was killed in '99. So the Big Picture got pushed back to 2000. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's give it a listen.
Pay attention and listen real closely how I break this slang shit down. Check it. My weed smoke is my lie. A key of coke is a pie. When I'm lifted, I'm high. With new clothes on, I'm fly. Cars is whips and sneakers is kicks. Money is chips, movies is flicks. Also cribs is homes, jacks is payphones. Cocaine is nose candy, cigarettes is bones. A radio is a box, a razor blade is an ox. Fat diamonds is rocks and jakes is cops. And if you got robbed, you got stuck, you got shot, you got bucked. And if you got double crossed, you got fucked. Your bankroll is your poke, a chokehold is a yoke, a kite is a note, a con is an okie doke. And if you got punched, that mean you got snuff. So clean is to buff, a bull scare is a strong bluff. I know you like the way I'm freaking it. I talk with slang and I'ma never stop speaking it.
Speak with criminal slang.
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang.
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
Vocabulary spills, I'm ill.
Yo, a burglary is a joke, a wolf's a crook. More deep already explained the meaning of shook. If you caught a felony, you caught an F. If you got killed, you got left. If you got the dragon, you got bad breath. If you 730, that mean you crazy. Hit me on the hit means page me. Ain't you dust and sherm? If you got AIDS, you got the germ. If a chick gave you a disease, then you got burned. Max mean to relax. Guns and pistols is gats. Condoms is hats. Critters is cracks. The food you eat is your grub. A victim's a mark. A sweat box is a small club. Your ticket's your heart. Your apartment is your pad. Your old man is your dad. The studio is the lab. And heated is mad. I know you like the way I'm freaking it. I talk with slang and I'ma never stop speaking it.
Speak with criminal slang.
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang.
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
Vocabulary spills, I'm ill.
The iron horse is the training. Champagne is bubbly. A deuce is a honey that's ugly. If your girl is fine, she's a dime. A suit is a vine. Jewelry is shine. If you in love, that mean you blind. Genuine is real. A face card is $100 bill. A very hard long stare is a grill. If you sneaking to go see a girl, that mean you creeping. Smiling is cheesing. Bleeding is leaking. Begging is bumming. If you nuttin', you coming. Taking orders is sunning. An ounce of coke is an onion. A hotel's a telly. A cell phone's a celly. Jealous is jelly. Your food box is your belly. To gorilla mean to use physical force. You took an L, you took a loss. To show off mean floss. I know you like the way I'm freaking it. I talk with slang and I'ma never stop speaking it.
Speak with criminal slang.
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Speak with criminal slang.
That's just the way that I talk, yo.
Vocabulary spills, I'm ill.
Yeah, yeah. One love to my big brother, Big Lee. Holding it down. Yeah, flamboyant for life. Yeah, yeah, flamboyant for life.
So that was, I had these on the entire time, didn't I? Boomer. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and a lot of creativity put into it. I really like Ron Browse's beat. It was, a bump after the first line, and then a bump, bump, bump after Big L's second line, and it would just alternate. You'd get a lot more bump, bump, bumps during the chorus, and then the last verse, they changed it up. It sounded like they took a lot of instrumentation out of the back, and it was just primarily bump, bump, bumps. Gave it more, emphasis. But I really enjoyed that part, you know, mostly because as you're listening to it or you're, you know, driving around listening to it, that part comes easy, you know, bum, 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 bum. I could easily bop my head to that in the car all day. And, you know, they make it sound like Big L went up to Ron's place, listened to the beat, laid down the song on cassette while they're up in Ron's place, and then the next week they went to D&D Studios and, you know, recorded it. So if Big L thought up all those verses while he was just sitting up in Ron's apartment, that's kind of amazing. Well, that's because he is amazing. Well, thanks for voting for that, guys. I thought it was a lot of fun. I actually knew some of the lingo. I knew what a sherm is. I know what nose candy is. So I'm not entirely hopeless. Well, if you liked hanging with me, give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. R.I.P. Big L.